Jaeyun takes this one, and then the next one, we have the craziest thing going on, the three-way tie. In the top right here, or bottom right, sorry, of Shakura's Temple, it's Gypsy. Right now, 2-1 in the group, looking good. His opponent in the top right. In last place in the group so far, it's Jaeyun with that 0-2 score. Definitely both of his games were very, very close, though. They could have gone either way. Gypsy and Boa both able to take him out. Really, anyone's group still at the moment. Like, I mean, we're watching these two. This game feels extremely important for Jaeyun. If Gypsy wins this game, it feels like Jaeyun may be only playing for the map wins, the map money. So hopefully we get a Zerg victory. I would love to see it. All right, so Shakura's Temple. Like I was saying before, I feel like mutas are very strong here. Positionally speaking, I like these spots. Well, I guess it's okay for Jaeyun because he can fly into the main base very easily. Gypsy with his expansion over on the side. Wait, no. Hold on a second. I got really confused there for a second as to what locations they were. I keep thinking Gypsy's top right. No, okay. So with Jaeyun, I think these positions are a little bit better for Jaeyun, right? Because from his base, when he flies down to harass, he hits the natural first. This natural is one of the hardest ones to defend with missile turrets. It's pretty tough. You need a lot against mass muta, but Jaeyun is not really just a pure muta guy. It's a very Korean style to go like super heavy on muta. Normally foreigners don't go as heavy. They're a little bit more strategic. They seem to prefer switching into lurker and going up to defiler a bit more often. But looks like Gypsy will get that immediate scout down. Kind of lucky for him there. And see that it is a 2-hatch play. Doesn't get blocked on the ramp or anything. In the meantime, yeah, he's going double depot. Drone came down. I like it. Should be expanding immediately now. Yeah, it looks like he'll skip the second Marine and go ahead and just throw down the command center. That's a common thing you do when you scout them first, but you already started the second depot. It's as close to 15 CC as you can get, which is the 1 depot expand. Alright, so we'll see where Gypsy wants to go from here. Like, does he rush into +1, or does he go for like a standard 2 barracks type of play? Also, we want to look and see if he goes for a 3rd depot. Okay, it looks like, okay, yeah, he's going for the 2nd racks. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can go for 3rd depot with non-stop SCV production, and that's going to give you a slightly stronger economy, or you can skip a few SCVs and go for an academy rush. Now, his scouting SCV did see these lings leaving, so that forces the bunker. The Overlord confirms the bunker, the lings turn around. Again, just like in their first game on Polypoid, excuse me, you can see a lot of intelligence at play here. A lot of little tiny mind games. So, yeah, it looks like Academy Rush, but he hasn't started the Academy. You need the Academy already started, actually. So he's going to miss the timing on that slightly. But didn't get that third depot. Okay, yeah, he starts it cleanly at 4 minutes. Which, yeah, it just, basically it barely doesn't give you a move out that can hit their natural before 2-hatch muta has mutas. So Jaeyun does not need to make any sunkens this game. Alright, so, but the thing is, what Gypsy's doing is completely fine in standard. I'm just trying to give you guys a window into the various things that he's thinking about as far as, don't do that, guys. That's ridiculous. Just doing some insights into the various ideas that they're having as far as builds go. Now for Gypsy, oh, is he gonna take the natural? Okay, I was talking about this in the Polypoid game. Let me go over 3rd bases for Zerg with 2-hatch muta against Bio. Okay, so here's your 2-hatch muta player. Here's what the bases mean with Gypsy in this position. Oh, Nice little harassment. Okay, let me go over this, because this, I know this perfectly. Okay, so here's your 2 hatch, your opponent's bottom right. Okay? This base means all-in Muta. Okay? This base means Muta into Lurker. And this is easily defendable, but you have a harder time getting a 4th base. This is no 4th base. This is just, I'm killing you with Muta. So this is easier to hold 3rd, harder to get 4th, but standard play. This is relatively easy to hold 3rd, not as easy as this necessarily, but easier to take 4th. This base is harder to hold 3rd, but instant 4th. So like if you hold this against the timing attack, you instantly get this for free. This base is I'm an asshole. This base is I only gamble. This base is also I only gamble, as is this base. So basically the bases in the bottom left here, if he took any of those, I would uninvite him from the tournament and he would not be allowed any prize money. Anyways, that's what the bases mean in this type of situation. Okay, so we have the turrets coming up. He has his 2 racks production. 6 minutes, 20 seconds right now. Yeah, we're going to see... Notice how he's laying the turrets out. The thing is, these turrets here don't cover these turrets. So that's why this is a really hard area to defend. He'll probably have to make a lot more if Jaeyun stays on that. Now, the 3rd rack's coming up. 4th rack's coming up. Okay, so Jaeyun going... Gypsy, rather, going heavily into the bio. Notice he's taking some SCVs off of the gas. So that he can actually support this for a little bit. Gonna go ahead and put some back on. He already has range being made in the +1. Now, the things we're going to be looking for is how steady his production are and when the factory is. I think he wants to take the factory now. You want the factory by 7 minutes no matter what build you're doing. If you don't have it, then things can really get out of hand because you're going to be so late on all your flying tech. All right, we hear some scans going around. I think he just scanned up here. This is a tricky base to know about. This is actually a base, like, Striker likes to take bases like that. And again, it's like, it's so wide open, you can bust it even against Lurkers if you play right. But if you do not bust it, their 4th base is so easy. You can't delay the 4th base at all. They just get it exactly when they want. So it can be risky, but it's a strong move as well. I find it on the greedy side for Zerg. All right, Hydralisk Den coming down. He has that macro hatch. He has the evolution chamber a lot quicker this game. Yeah, I like this for Jaeyun. I like that he's the speed of the evolution chamber is a bit faster, right? So if he does go into that ultra play again, he's going to be able to fight a lot better if he keeps equal upgrades. And Muta's finding some reinforcements from Gypsy. That's really painful for Gypsy. You need to hit a critical mass with the Marines. Okay, stims and runs back. He's actually going across the map. Uh-oh, Jaeyun actually might be in trouble. He's way out of position against this bio. He has no idea where it's at. He's starting to figure it out. He's looking for it. He knows that there's bio out here. He's got to bring all of his forces up to eliminate this bio. And he can because he caught the reinforcements. Jaeyun's army actually wins here. Like, he has to micro it, of course, but yeah, he's going to be able to hold this. Gypsy needs to go back home. Okay, he actually does start to go home here. More lings were coming up for Jaeyun. He does have that macro hatch that he likes so much to make those extra lings. And you see, he's hunting right now. Sees where that army is. That's a terrible location to stand. He's on low ground. Okay, comes up. Oh, he has the reinforce. So Jaeyun's going to start the engagement. As he sees this come up, he has to pull back. Beautiful reinforcement from Gypsy there. If he does not bring those Marines up, Jaeyun kills everything. Instead, Jaeyun loses a bunch of lings. So good move from Gypsy. Let's take a look at his tech. Double starport. Science facility on the way. Still has 4 racks. Adding the second eBay. Very good stuff. Over on Jaeyun's side, many Hydras. That lurker upgrade should be finishing, so he can go ahead and turn these to lurkers. Even seeing this many, 8 in front of the natural. I'm getting some chills, guys. This is so fun. 8 in front of the natural means he's going mass lurk, which plays a little bit differently, but Gypsy has an attack timing here. The Muta's trying to hold him back as best they can. 8 left over. Hydras can't do anything against this bio. He pulls them back immediately. The lurker upgrade must be so late here. You can't fight with Hydras. They're garbage. They're hot trash. Okay, he comes in. He does eliminate the army. But like half the Hydras died. A bunch of the Mutas lost their lives. Like 3 or 4 extra Mutas died during that. I guess Jaeyun actually holds reasonably well. But Gypsy's got his production going. I think Gypsy's fine here. I think he's... Like, the Hive isn't too quick. We don't have Lurkers still. I'm so surprised we don't have Lurkers. Like, what's going on with that? Is he gonna go, like, Lurker Hydra or something? I don't know. Oh, my God. I missed that. Sorry. Nothing to see here. But, yeah, I saw definitely some Marine and Medic's corpses there. Notice Jaeyun now. He didn't get broken over here. He's taken his 4th. You can't attack that. It's impossible. You have to actually break here, and he's just not going to be able to do it right now. Okay, but there's actually still a lot of options for Gypsy. He's going up to his 5th barracks. He's making a command center. I find this map a little bit hard to double expand on. We'll see what Gypsy does about that. Like, you don't get 2 bases that are semi-close or any that are easy to defend. So I'm not sure what the play will be, but I want to see what he does with his starports. This is where it gets interesting. Is he popping out 2 more vessels, or is he going to start dropship production? Because I think in a position like this, you can go 2 science vessels or 4 science vessels and go into 4 dropships and give yourself a good opportunity to actually take this game back. Because right now, Jaeyun is ahead. Jaeyun is in a great position, in fact. Okay, Jaeyun comes up with those Lurkers. Throws them. Okay, great irradiate on those Mutas. Gets 1 onto the Lurkers as well. Ooh, he has to pull those back. Okay, pulls them back. He needs to actually kind of regroup his army together, I think. And we need to see a big flank onto the Lurkers. Oh, okay. Brings these out to the side. Picks off the Lurker that's really far away from everything else. But he doesn't have too long. You have to break this before Jaeyun, like, reinforces, if that's what his plan is. Nidus on the way. Ultralisk Cavern, as well as the Defiler Mound. I really like this for Jaeyun right now. All right, gonna saw off all of those, but the Lurker's getting into a nice spot. This is the painful part. He does have some Marines out on the map. So there's still, like, flank potential. He irradiates a couple of the Lurkers, I believe, right there, I heard. Yep, these 2 right there. Both irradiated. So I think he'll just break out of here. The Defiler Mound is a little bit slow, so it doesn't seem like he's going to die here. Oh, he gets a tank. Okay, okay. Wow, the tank is kind of brave, actually. Like, it's going to work out, but, like, if he already had Defilers, this tank would just be complete garbage. So he will break out. We see Jaeyun actually really trying to hold on, but again, if you don't have Defilers coming, you're just going to bleed off Lurkers. Oh, oh. Yeah, gets that nice vessel kill. Nice, nice. Almost time for Gypsy to really push out here. Okay, loads up a dropship. There's a lot you can do with this. I think he's going to go for the main, and I actually do not see any Scourge to stop him. Oh, here they are. Oof. Yeah, and down that will go. Great defense there by Jaeyun just in time. He actually gets siege here as well. Pushes those Lurkers back. Now, Jaeyun is not super high on supply, right? But what did I say? When you go into Defilers, if you have about 70 supply, you're going to be able to hold your bases for a pretty long time. Like, eventually, Terran will grind that down. But that's the I'm just living amount. From there, he can macro up. All right, he has the double evolution chamber. Love to see it. The Defilers are out. Gypsy, gonna take map control for a while now. He's up a good 50 supply. That is really a lot. Scourgeling, try to come up to pick out some vessels. Not gonna be able to do it. Upgrades right now. Still 1-1 for Gypsy. And +2 carapace. So he actually missed his +2 start time. Because he did have that science facility up before we had that. Okay, there it is. He has his +2 now. So it wasn't that far behind. Very, very important to note. You do not have equal attack to carapace upgrades. It is incredibly hard to win any fights. All right, some irradiates going down. He has the siege tanks, but they're hard to use in this situation. Has his 3rd base up. No 4th base as of yet. I'm trying to figure out how to win this as Gypsy. He needs... Well, I guess the Nidus isn't up, but yeah, he's going to get that up. He just needs a Dark Storm. Out pop the Defilers. He actually Dark Storm right on top of the army. Yeah, look at that. This is the problem with tanks. A lot of people ask, like, hey, why don't you go tanks when they go Ultras? This is why. It doesn't act... They don't do anything. As soon as the Defiler is out, 3 tanks are done. Yeah. So you see the 3 tanks that he had. It's like, okay, well, they pushed him out of his natural, and now for free dead. Okay. So Jaeyun holds on very easily right here. Gypsy has a lot of supply. We need to keep that in consideration for what's going on. So if Jaeyun starts attacking, like feeling like he's way ahead, because right now I like Jaeyun's position, but he's not, I guess you don't call him ahead yet, right? Because Gypsy has a lot, he has potential with his army. But if Jaeyun sits back somewhat defensively, continues to build, uses Plague and Darkstorm over and over, and goes into Ultra, I think that this becomes quite good for him on the 4 gas. All right, a little bit greedy there with the Scourge, unable to catch the vessels. Here's that mass dropship play I was kind of speaking about before. Good to see that. Jaeyun actually has decent defense. Double Sunken as well as Lurker. Couple Scourge here to catch one of the dropships. But 4 dropships is like a murderous amount of Marines. Even if you lose one, like 3 dropships of Marine Medic can clear a ton of Zerg stuff. Okay, he actually connects with a vessel. Doesn't get any of the dropships. Looks like he's... Ooh, this is not going to work out for Gypsy. Starts to unload, but Jaeyun is here. He has just got to get out. He loses 2 dropships. A lot of Marine Medic. 1 vessel went down. Again, not the end of the world for Gypsy. It's important to try to do things like this when you're in a tough spot. Loads up a couple dropships. Yeah, I mean, he's taking some risks, right? Like, if Scourge hit these, that's another 10 supply gone each time you see a dropship fall. But I think it's definitely worthwhile. 4th CC coming up for Gypsy. Still no physics lab, so seems like he's going to skip out on BCs this game. I think that's reasonable. Rushing down here, Gypsy now with some Lurkerling. Yeah, not sure what that was meant to do. Certainly not going to do anything. Catches that 1 dropship. This one, oh, this is nice. This is really nice. That's very annoying to deal with. Can Ultras even fit back there? I don't think that they can. But the Darkstorm protecting his drone line, really smart move. Tries to send some Lings in. Oh, they can fit. Never mind. All right, Ultras can fit, single file. They line up to kill the Marines, and they will get to do it. All right, a bunch of vessels coming over. Ooh, Jaeyun chasing down with Scourge right now. All right, looks like Plague time coming up. Oh, only hits a couple of them. Oh, I love the Eraser here. Does Jaeyun have Burrow? Let's see what he does with these drones. Great patrol going down. Great. Oh, man, he's irradiating the Ultra that's behind as well. Nice to see. Hotkey error here from Gypsy. Pulls back all his vessels, so actually dealing damage to his own army with that irradiated vessel. And stims forward. We don't have a Defiler here. 1 Darkstorm would put an end to this attack. Irradiated Ultras, though, dealing a lot of damage. Coming out, getting us some more kills here with the Scourge. Take down a few more vessels. He killed the Nidus as well, so we actually need to see reinforcements from over here. This move from Gypsy, well, I guess it does get cleaned. Ah, he hit the 5 Carapacer in there, but we do have the +3 attack from Gypsy. Ten kills on that bad boy. All right, Gypsy has his 4th up, but this is where it's going to get really hard to control, I think, for Gypsy. Jaeyun has taken a 5th. He's got sick production. If he starts sending little groups of like some Lings, some Defilers like around the map to hit some of these bases, that can become very hard. We'll see if Jaeyun does a move like that. But it feels like Gypsy doesn't have total map control anymore, or can't keep it at least. All right, coming up here with the Defiler. If Gypsy can pick this off, that is a big moment. All right, gonna go ahead, stim this down. Jaeyun losing his 5th base. Great move from Gypsy. Single vessel. Going to the top right of the map. Not exactly sure what that was about. Maybe he had 2 and 1 got scourged or something. He was going to go eraser. All right, this was actually a really important moment. If that 5th base gets up in mining, that just becomes so impossible. So many defilers and ultras. You know, I feel like Jaeyun really fixed a lot of the things that went wrong in Polypoid. He had a quicker evolution chamber, which allowed him, because it seems like he likes to get into ultras very quickly. A quicker evolution chamber allowed him to stay even or be up just for short amounts of time with those carapace upgrades, which are so important. Also, he took this slightly more greedy base and has been able to hold it. He has those 4 gases he wasn't able to get on Polypoid. Some Dark Storms going out as he does push everything back. Great irradiates from Gypsy, keeping him in this. You can see slowly but surely, like, Gypsy's supply has been between 140 and 160 for most of the game now. Jaeyun, remember we were talking about that 70 supply number. Slowly but surely, he's building up. And with a lot of high-quality units, like Ultras as well. A lot of Lings going up. That +3 carapace. Hopefully he's still getting those melee upgrades. Gypsy's production is just really impressive, I gotta say. It's very hard to just keep this going like this, but continues to have these giant armies. All right, a Ling and a Dark Swarm. Get out of here, Gypsy. That 1 Ling and that 1 Dark Swarm preventing him from getting forward and killing everything. Of course, Gypsy could have microed forward, but then he would have to step out of the Dark Storm there probably. Would have been a tough situation. So pulls back for now. Still a very scary army. I'd love to see a Plague coming up here. Plague on this would be insane. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, he gets it! The Plague goes down. And Gypsy can't engage with this right now. Gonna suck that medic energy out unless he right-clicks him somewhere. Oh, the Irradiated Ultra. That's a great way to cut through Plagued Marines. Oh, he targets that down. Very important that he targets that. That's one of those situations where another Darkstorm goes down, you lose your entire army. So good pick off there. He's pushing forward, but a lot of these Plague just wore off, so a lot of these are very low health. 1 hit against anything to die. More rallying up from Gypsy. Keeps that army so large. This is really inspiring watching his macro. Look at him. Like, he's keeping his money super low. He's going to get into some BCs now. Looks like he's trying to take a 5th base. Jaeyun's starting to get a few counterattacks off here. This will be really annoying. Even a couple cracklings going to be able to ravage these SCVs. All right, a little eraser goes down. Oh, Dark Swarm with the Ultra. Gonna have to back up. Well, stims forward, not sure why. In the meantime, Jaeyun has taken a 5th base. Kind of an interesting location. This area hasn't been focused on as much. We've really seen Gypsy attacking towards the top left throughout. Oh man, I think he got another eraser off over here. Sorry, I didn't catch that one. Tons of damage. So Jaeyun's drone count is not looking very good. Yeah, it's pretty low. He has to re-drone. He has enough banks so he can re-drone. It's not the end of the world, but like, I guess what he really needs to focus on right now is making sure he has some defilers around the map. Because macro-wise, Gypsy can kill him if they have a direct battle. He has to use Plague and Dark Swarm to be able to win. The actual army of Jaeyun is very small still. Okay, he runs up with the Defiler, throws down the Dark Storm. Okay. Has to stay underneath it, though. If you come out, you're going to die. Okay, 2nd Dark Storm. Pushing everything back. He doesn't have a 3rd, though. He needs to stay under here. Maybe run away, in fact, because these vessels are going to start getting irradiates. All right, gets one on the Defiler. Scourge, gonna connect. Ooh, gets another one. Oh, see Gypsy diving on the Defiler, and he does get it. A big sacrifice of Marines, but absolutely worth it. Starting to push up. This group of Marines so strong. Gypsy backs him up. We need another Defiler. This is the most important thing. If Jaeyun has a Defiler, he holds on infinitely. Does not have that, though. Gypsy sacrificing those Marines. It wasn't something that Jaeyun thought was going to occur. Marines will kill it quicker than a vessel in that situation. If he irradiates it, Jaeyun has plenty of time to get the Darkstorm up here. Unfortunately, he does not. So he's going to lose this base. Now, he does have the Nidus, so maybe he can hold on up here. He has this base as well, so he's still, like, kind of in it. But Gypsy killing this base has given him an advantage. He continues to expand across the map, showing just really unrivaled macro skills for TvZ amongst foreigner players. Like, this is some real skill we're seeing out of Gypsy here. All right, some Dark Storms going down. Looks like he'll hold the infiltration into his main. He's getting a lot of medic kills, which is nice as well. There are more units for Gypsy. He's starting to move up. Ooh, a BC added in. 4 sunks here for Jaeyun. He's very broke at the moment, though. He's getting very low on money. Continuing to macro well. Sending those links down. Okay, he's cleared this threat. But does Gypsy seesaw all of the action onto this side? Does Jaeyun need to start focusing over here? He has a couple defilers here. Yeah. Oh, I like the preemptive, the D-Matrix. That, yeah, that's, I do like that. That's cool. The Eraser doing insanity damage against Jaeyun here. Oh my god. That is wild. So many drones end up falling. Okay, how does Jaeyun pull this back together? This is still very healthily mining. This is not. This is not. Retaking. Going to retake. This base just, again, ravaged. Gypsy, though, has stuff everywhere. I guess, you know, moves like this from Jaeyun can be really, really helpful. Darkstorm can help you to just clear out these expansions. You can't have, like, a bunch of tech over at the expansion to hold these off, unless it's a very different game with, like, mass siege tanks, and that plays in such a way that Gypsy can't do the attacks he's been doing. So, look, 2 of the bases basically knocked out by, like, 4 or 5 units. At least for the time being. All right, the Spore comes up, does some damage to the BCs, buys some time, but this hatch is going to fall, unfortunately. A lot of Firebats being added in to try to deal with Ling Darkstorm. Unable to push up there, though. We're going to see the Plague. Beautiful Plague goes down. This is a wild game right now. All right, Jaeyun going hunting. He does have this hatch up. He wants to keep it alive. Throws down this Darkstorm. Unfortunately, he's going to lose the hatchery. Like, even though he maybe has tools to eventually clear this army out of here, can't do it quickly enough, and Gypsy is leveraging that. Like, even with all these plagued units, he's just running forward, making sure he gets that kill. All right, looks like Jaeyun, he wants to finish the army at least, which he definitely can do. Throwing down this base. So Jaeyun's only on like 1 mining base. Gypsy not mining from these 2. Looks like an Ultralist got in over here as well. So Gypsy's mining has been reduced significantly. And Jaeyun has just enough supply to be alive right now. All right, the Darkstorm's down. Would love to see him pull that back. All right, finally, we're going to see Gypsy clear out this area, maybe get his mining back online, send some SCVs here. Unfortunately, this base really massacred by this Ultralist, 21 kills on it. All right, Defiler Ling coming up. It's getting pretty rough here for Jaeyun, not going to lie. Gypsy moving up with just a gigantic army. He's going to be able to knock this out once again. Not much left over for Jaeyun. I don't think he can make any attacks as well. I think we're just about at the end of this, unfortunately. It's been such an epic 30-minute game. And the thing is, Jaeyun was in a good spot. I think he was going to win this game until Gypsy dived in with like 12 Marines over here and killed that one Defiler that allowed him to knock out this base. GG is called, and Gypsy gonna take down, I think, the closest game of the night so far. Congrats to him. Gonna go up to 3 victories. Very, very good. Wow. That was a sick game. That was a sick game. Really well played on both sides, and honestly, I really thought Jaeyun was going to be able to take that one down.